Good morning, students. As a part of your fixed partial lecture classes, the next topic is provisional restoration. Okay. Once you prepare the tooth to receive a single crown, or one of few teeth are missing, you give a bridge. Okay. Commonly, we term these crown or bridges into fixed partial inches. Before you give final crown or bridge with metal, cast metal crown or metal ceramic crown or bridges or all ceramic crown or bridges, the prepared tooth should be saved from any kind of damage or any kind of movement, or patient should have sufficient function like chewing or mastication or phonetics, and should have aesthetics. To solve these purposes, we give provisional restorations or temporary crowns or temporization or interim process. These provisional restorations are also known as interim process. Interim means time being, from the point of making impression until the final restoration is ready, the time period, at least it is for 10 days to 2 weeks. In this time period, we give these crowns or bridges to serve the purpose for only for a limited period of time. So these are known as temporization or interim process. So they call provisional certificate. Before you get final your marks card, they give provisional certificate, so that will give our assurance that we have passed our exams. Same way, until the final restoration is ready, these provisional restorations will serve the purpose. Okay. Coming to the definition, a fixed or removal process designed to enhance aesthetics should give proper aesthetics. Stabilization should keep the prepared to proper position. Function, mastication or speech function has to be restored for the patient for a limited period of time, for only short period, after which the final process will be given, or after which it is to be replaced by definitive process. So when you give, what are the synonyms for provisional restorations? Are temporization, interim process, provisional process. When you give this provisional restoration, you should protect the dentin and should protect the pulp. Okay, the pulp of the tooth and dentin has to be protected. The space, when you prepare the tooth occlusally, opposing tooth contacts will be removed. When you give proximally, when you prepare proximally, the proximal contact will be open or relieved. Okay, if you leave the tooth after preparation for a longer period of time, it either moves occlusally and causes supraeruption, or moves mesially and close the gap in the interproximal area. So when you give the temporary restoration, you should maintain, or when you give the provisional restoration, you should maintain the space created after tooth preparation. And marginal integrity, the margins of the preparation has to be maintained, should not be lead to fractures. Phonetics, when few teeth are lost, patient cannot speak, the speech of the patient will be altered. So when you prepare the tooth to replace a missing tooth, and you have to give the temporary restoration so that the phonetics or speech of the patient will be restored. And also anterior tooth, if you prepare an anterior tooth and make them small, or patient is having a missing anterior teeth because of trauma or because of decay, anterior tooth is removed, immediately temporary restoration has to be given to give proper aesthetics. And also occlusal function, The patient can able to chew with the help of this temporary restoration until the final restoration is provided. Then periodontal health. Patient should be able to maintain plaque removal, and also the gums and periodontium has to be in healthy condition. All these things are our ultimate goal is patient comfort. When you give temporization, patient should be comfortable. Patient should not have any kind of pain or problem. Why provisional restoration is needed? Because time, until from the time you make impression until the final restoration is ready, cast metal or metal ceramic or all ceramic crowns or bridges are ready. For the time being, we give provisional restoration. Depending on how much time you give this, they are again categorized into short term or long term. Next, comfort. When you give this temporary restoration, you should not cause harmful to the patient. Should be biocompatible material, and also patient gingiva or patient can able to perform their function correctly. So it should be comfortable for the patient, and this temporary restoration should be helpful for our final success of the treatment. Now, like your tooth preparation principles, even provisional restorations have requirements which are categorized into biological requirement, mechanical requirement, aesthetic requirement. Okay, like your tooth preparation principles, we have biological, mechanical, aesthetic requirements. Now coming to biological requirement, pulp protection. Okay, once you prepare the tooth, once you enter into the dentin, the dentinal tubules are cut. Once the cut open end of the cut dentinal tubules are exposed to the oral cavity, when patient takes hot or cold foods, because of these temperature changes in the oral cavity, it causes pulpal sensitivity. Okay, the cut dentinal tubules causes pulpal sensitivity, or the ingression of the saliva or the bacteria into these dentinal tubules causes pulpal irritation, and finally leads to irreversible pulpitis and ultimately causes necrosis of the pulp. Okay, once you prepare the tooth, there are chances of pulpal sensitivity or pulpal irritation. To prevent any kind of these damages, the temporary crown or bridges has to be given, okay, so that the pulp of the tooth will be saved or protected. Next, periodontal health. When you prepare the tooth and give a temporary crown, patient can able to brush the area properly, or patient can able to maintain, or patient can able to remove plaque easily. Okay, so that the gingiva and the periodontium health can be saved. This is especially true in case of subgingival margin. When you give a subgingival margin, the contour and surface of the crowns should be good enough so that it should not cause irritation of the gingiva. If the surface of the crown, or if the surface shape of the crown is such that it has sharp borders, it causes irritation of the gingiva and finally leads to bleeding. When there is a bleeding of the gums, we cannot make improper impression. One thing, okay, when there is a profuse bleeding, when you make an impression, you cannot register the details of the tooth properly. And also, while cementing or when you are luting the crowns, the bleeding area will prevent proper seating of the crown or prevent proper setting of your luting cement. Okay, so to prevent any kind of gingival irritation, the temporary restoration material should be such that it should be polished properly and margins should be smooth. Positional stability. The position of the prepared tooth, occlusally, proximally, the position of the tooth should be stable. For this, the temporary crown has to be seated correctly. Okay, so that there will not be any kind of supraruption or proximal movement. And prevention of fracture. So when you prepare the tooth and leave like that, when accidentally patient bites on the prepared tooth, it causes enamel fracture or the tooth fracture as a whole. To prevent any kind of fracture, temporary crown has to be provided, which protects the prepared tooth. Okay. The mechanical requirements, the function. The main function of the posterior teeth is chewing, mastication. So the temporary restoration or temporary crowns are given for a time being, for a shorter period of time. So the material selected will have a low strength compared to the final crowns. Final metal crown will have a more strength compared to acrylic temporary crown. So these acrylic temporary crown, if they are subjected to heavy loads, it causes fracture of this temporary bridge. To prevent this fracture, the connector which connects pontic and the retainer, the temporary restoration, the connector should be bulk. So the connector in the temporary restoration should have a greater bulk compared to that of final restoration, so that prevent any kind of fracture in that area. And also the embrasures should be sharp and shallow. Okay. So you should able to, patient can able to chew on that side. At least the medium consistency food can be chewed. Okay. When you are giving temporary restoration for a longer time, or in some patient where there is a heavy bruxers or heavy masticatory loads are generated, the material you have to select has to be a metal. Okay, metal temporary restorations has to be given when patient is having a heavy occlusal forces. Okay. Loss of retention. The temporary crown should be seated correctly and it should not be keep on displacing. If it is getting displaced, patient has to come number of times. It causes irritation to the patient and also it is very embarrassing to the dentist. So when you fabricate a temporary crown, it should fit correctly and seated properly. And removal of reusage. Sometimes once you remove the temporary crown, we need to check the metal trial and again we have to place it back until the final restoration comes from the lab. Okay. In case of full mouth rehabilitation or when you are replacing a more number of teeth in the maxillary arch, okay, after making impression, temporary crowns on the maxillary arch are given. So when you are fabricating the final restoration, directly we cannot go with the ceramic buildup. First the metal framework has to be ready. Metal initial work has to be ready and that has to be checked in the patient mouth whether the seating is correct or not. To check this fitting, we have to remove the temporary bridge. The metal fitting has to be evaluated. Once dentist is assured that metal is fitting properly, that is removed and again the temporary restoration has to be reluted. Okay, we will remove, check the metal framework, then again the previous temporary crowns or bridges will be again reluted. For this, the material should be such that it should be easy to remove and place it back. Okay, removal of reusage. Aesthetics. In case of anterior teeth, when you give a temporary crown, the color of the restoration should be compatible with the surrounding teeth. So color should be properly selected. Then translucency and the stability. The color has of the temporary tooth has to be stable. When you give for a long-term purpose, the color should be stable. If not, because of these patient food habits or having a colored drinks or coffee, tea causes stains or discoloration of the temporary crowns. So to prevent this, the stability, color stability has to be there for the selected material. If the tooth has been prepared, in this case, the dental tubules will be open. Patient can have sensitivity or pulpal irritation. To prevent this, the temporary crowns are given. This protects the tooth not only the tooth, and also prevent the any movement of the prepared tooth. It has tight contracts with the adjacent tooth and the position will be stable. And we have to prevent any kind of over contouring so that the gingival irritation can be avoided. In case of anterior teeth, when few teeth are missing, they are prepared and temporary teeth are given. Okay. After the preparation, temporary teeth are given so that patient can go out normally without any kind of problem. Okay. Then coming to classification, provisional restoration can be classified depending on fabrication. So depending on fabrication, if we use the crowns or the material which is provided by the company, they are pre-formed crowns or custom made. If we make according to the patient, they are custom made. Pre-formed crowns or custom made crowns. According to the material, resin, metals. Again in resin, they are pre-formed like polycarbonate, cellulose acetate. Custom made, again acrylic, bisacrylic composites. Metals, preformed, custom made. According to the duration of usage, short term, long term. According to the technique of fabrication, direct, indirect, direct, indirect. Okay. According to the method of fabrication, preformed or custom made. According to the material used, resin, metals. According to the duration, short term usage or long term usage. According to the technique, the direct, indirect. Third one is direct, indirect. So these classification depending on type of fabrication is very important. There are asked number of times on this. And requirements of the restorative material. When you are giving a provisional restorative material, what are the requirements? It should have adequate strength and wear resistance, and it should be biocompatible. It should have good dimensional stability, and it should be easy to contour. The shaping of the crown or tooth has to be, it should be easy, and it should be polishable so that we can give smooth and glazed surface, and odorless. It should not be any kind of smell or should not cause irritation to the gums or to the surrounding tissue, and it should be compatible with the luting cement. The cement what you are using to lute the crown, it should be compatible, aesthetically acceptable. The color, the material should have sufficient color and stability so that it should be aesthetically acceptable, and it should have sufficient working time and setting time. So when you take the material mix and make the crown, it should have sufficient working time and setting time so that we can obtain a desirable results. And as it have a weak strength, a low strength, chances of fracture. Then temporary bridge fractures, it should be able to, or we should be able to repair easily. So it should be easy to repair. Requirements are should have strength and wear resistance, biocompatible, should be friendly to the surrounding tissue, good dimension stability, easy to contour and polish, odorless and non-irritating, chemically compatible with luting cements, aesthetically acceptable, and should have adequate working time and setting time, and easy to repair. Commonly used materials are resins, metals. Again, resins, they are acrylic based and composite based. Acrylic based commonly are polymethyl methacrylates like denture materials, polymethyl methacrylates, but here we use tooth colored polymethyl methacrylate. Commonly for RPDs or CD, we use pink color polymethyl methacrylate, but here polymethyl methacrylate will be a white in the tooth color forms. And ploy or methacrylates, bisacrylic composites. Composites again based on bisacrylic. They are chemically activated according to the type of activation of radicals. They are chemically activated, light activated, or dual activated. Metals are commonly used as cast metal alloys. Okay. So till now we have seen requirements, ideal requirements of provisional restoration, materials used, and ideal requirement of restorative material. Okay. So further topics we see in the next class. Thank you, students.